Hey guys, this is Ultima VII, the Black Gate. I don't know what to say about this game except it was pretty awesome. I don't know, maybe one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Maybe not the favorite, but like it's definitely in the top, I don't know, 5. So this is the original box that I bought this game with way back in, geez, I don't even know, like 1990 something. And you can see here the requirements. It says IBM or 100% compatible. See, back then, IBM had these like knockoffs that were, well, not perfect. 386SX, 386 or 486 PC system. I ran this thing on a 486 computer. It was pretty, it was pretty old. Pretty antiquated. I mean, it was new at the time, but like, and it cost, man. It cost a lot. Required 2 megs of RAM. 2 megs. That was huge. Plus 21 megs on the hard drive. It took forever to install this game. 256 color VGA graphics. Not CGA, man. VGA. MS-DOS 3.3 or higher. Recommended Microsoft 100% compatible mouse, 20 plus megahertz. Soundboard. Music and sound effects optional. Roland MT32, Sound Blaster Ad-Lib, Sound Blaster Pro, or 100% compatible soundboard. Yeah, I didn't have a sound card in that computer. That was an extravagance that I just couldn't afford and didn't seem like it was worth it because there weren't a lot of games that they just used the default sound on the motherboard, which is basically a beep beep beep. Digitized speech. I don't remember. Yeah, see, I didn't have that, so you could hear the Guardian speak. Sound Blaster 100% compatible. Yeah, so the Guardian's the bad guy in here. $59.95 exchange form enclosed for 5 1/4 inch hard HD discs. So yeah, because this was back when you had floppy disks like this. So this was a 3.5 disc. It's 3.5 inches. They had the big 5.5 floppies. You could mail in and get those too. If you didn't have a drive, if you didn't have this drive, but I of course did. Oh my God, look, an America Online disc is in here. I'm pretty sure I used this to save games on. And then I actually sent away and got the expansion pack for Ultima VII, which was called the Forge of Virtue, which when you installed that, there was an earthquake and another landmass formed. So here, I'll show you that. The landmass. So this came with this cloth map. Really cool. Okay, like a map of like the entire world. So when you installed the Forge of Virtue disc, there was another island that like popped up right here, and you would go there and you did an adventure to try to make a special sword. But like, this thing had latitude and longitude, and I remember using this and trying to figure out where I was going. Found a boat somewhere around here, and I took the boat, and you're trying to figure out where to go, and it was great because I didn't figure out the moon gates until later. Pretty cool. So yeah, the map, the cloth map, is still intact after all these years. Pretty wild. Fellowship. So this is like the in-character story of what's going on in the world. And it gives you little kind of hints of what to do, where to go, how to translate signs into the runic alphabet, how to do spells, different bestiary of the animals you might meet and the enemies you might fight. Pretty cool. But of course that wasn't enough for me because I wanted to know everything. So I ended up buying the clue book. So the clue book would tell you, like, and it was really cleverly written. It would tell you in different ways. You would have like several characters, so it would give you clues on different levels. So you could read about the different locations and everything that was in there, but if you just wanted a little hint, you could look at the hints, and it didn't tell you every single thing if you didn't want to. And then, of course, if you wanted to know every single thing, you could look and read ahead. And so it would tell you the different places and what all the buildings did and what was in there. It would show you the secret tunnels in the mountains and how to get in there. You know, basically the dungeons. Pretty wild. And then the puzzles, because some of these puzzles were ridiculous. I mean, I have to admit, like, they were just... There's no way you could have figured some of these out. They were just insane. Also, it told you where to buy different things and where you could buy them the cheapest. So you could save your gold for things that you really needed. Where to buy food, where to buy potions, where to buy spells, where to buy weapons, that kind of stuff. And then here's the part I was telling you about at the end. So at the end, if you really got stuck, it would tell you what to do. And you would have like 3 different levels. So you'd ask the question, or 2 different levels. So you'd ask the question, how should the avatar begin the search for clues intrinsic? And then the first answer is the entity known as the avatar must reach the stables. So go to the stables. And then if that wasn't enough for you, it would just tell you the keys found on the victim's body, you know, blah, 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 blah. So that way you could read a little bit, and then so the wisps would tell you a general clue, and the Time Lord tells you the specific clue. And that way you could like flip back and get on your way and go without having to. And here's some of the notes that I took. Oh my gosh. So this is like a map. I was making a list of where to buy what and how much weapons like damage they did. I was trying to figure that stuff out. Pretty wild. Here's the disc exchange form where you could mail it in to get your and they want you to tell you what kind of computer you have. Here's the box that the Forge of Virtue came in. And the Isle of Fire is the island that comes up. So there's the little walkthrough on the Isle of Fire. Here's your install guide. Here's the other discs. I think there were like 6. Yeah, there were six of these jobs. No wonder you need 21 megabytes of space. Here's a demo disc for Ultima Underworld, which came out later. This is crazy. So let's see how much this cost. I don't want to like reveal this because I think back then they still put the credit card numbers on the forms. This cost me I bought this on September 13th of 1992 at 2:34 p.m. and it cost me $58.29. Is that insane or what? Oh, cool. Here's a product catalog. Oh, and check this out. So yeah, so these Ultima games used to come with these little things. Like this one came with a medallion. This is the Fellowship Medallion. If you've played the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. Everybody's wearing these necklaces with like this medallion on it. Ultima VI came with like a little stone. The Orb of the Moons. It was a little black stone. Here's a catalog of all the different games that they had at the time. Martian Dreams, Ultima Underworld. That's the one that the demo disc is for. And you could buy the back issues. Space Rogue. I don't remember that one. Knights of Legend. These are all Origin games. And then here's how much they cost. So Wing Commander cost $70. Woo! And then 2 expansions at $30 each. Wing Commander 2, $80. You try selling a game for $80 now. That's insane. Wow. That's crazy. And then here it tells you all the graphics, all the requirements. Man, what a trip through memory lane. So, I don't know if you guys are, how old you are, if you remember that when this came out. This is an amazing game. If you probably buy this now on Good Old Games or something like that, and you could probably get this for $5 or less. This is countless hours of entertainment too. It was like this. It seemed like an open world. You know, you could go around and do all kinds of crazy stuff. You could go bake bread in a bakery. You could like rob a bank, although that was highly not recommended because you were supposed to be a paragon of virtue. Yeah, there were all kinds of crazy things you could do, and you could equip all kinds of equipment, and you could get companions. And this was kind of the game that started it all. Maybe Ultima VI, but like Ultima VII was definitely like a refinement to like the inventory system and the combat system and the party system, and it made things a lot easier, and it didn't take as long, and you could drag and drop items. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So anyway, that's an unboxing of the old Ultima VII game from 1992, and I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, going back in time and going back in memories. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. I knew this game inside and out. As you ask questions, I'll remember more, I'm sure. So it'd be pretty cool to have a conversation about this classic game. And I hope you guys all have a great day out there. Make it a good one, and happy gaming to y'all. Oh, hey, and if you subscribe to the channel, that like helps me in a super big way. So if you would do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. And let me know if you did, because I'd love to thank you personally. Thank you very much. Have a great day.